Batman. Matt
The
Reeves Batman. The Batman. Yes. Uh Starring oh my god, what's his face?
Robert Pattinson.
Rob Pattinson and Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman. It is PG-13, right?
Yep.
And this is one of the darkest Batmans. Like literal literally one of the darkest Batman. The movie screen was so dark.
Yeah.
Like that was crazy. I don't know why it was so damn dark, but maybe that's how they want to show it, to match the tone or whatever.
Can't say I was a fan of the shading. I can't say I was a fan.
Nah, no, not really. Nah, I kind of feel like I can't wait for it to come out on Blu-ray so I could like actually see it, kind of. But yeah, so this movie was long though. This is pretty long.
Yeah,
Like,
it was scratching 3 hours. And
yeah,
probably like 4 minutes shy. Which at that point you're an asshole for that. Just make it 3 hours.
right. I remember The Dark Knight when I went to see that in the movies. That movie was kind of long too. But I remember specifically saying, God, I could go for another hour. Like I didn't quite feel that way in this one, but it was really good. It was pretty cool. I like my Batman unhinged a bit. To me that's kind of like the only way you could play him. And Rob Pattinson did a pretty good job in this one. Like I didn't have any objections. I didn't think he wouldn't be like a good Batman. My only my only issue with it is he's kind of young. you know, he's kind of young for Bruce Wayne almost, Um and he has like this, so this is like a hot topic Batman. I think
Yeah.
I think you were saying that this is like a hot topic Batman. He had the bangs and he had the eye makeup on,
Yeah.
and he's all angsty. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I have issues with it. I will say the high marks is the Batmobile. Um, and the fight choreography was dope. And the Riddler. This is a dope and dark ass Riddler. I didn't know the Riddler could get this evil. you know, like the Riddler typically is just kind of a joke character. I know in the Arkham games, they kind of like made him a bit more dangerous and a bit more sinister in the Arkham games, but damn, I don't even think the comic books have Riddler like this damn evil like that. Um, but yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Um, yeah, but I'm gonna let you do it because before I get into like my issues with it, I'm just gonna let you take it away.
Okay, word. Well, for one, I'm just glad that I was validated because you may not have had any objections, and I didn't have any objections to Robert Pattinson either, but I had to ward off a lot of naysayers who were like, man, what the hell you got Edward from Twilight playing Batman for? I was like, bro, he has not been Twilight
Yeah, come on,
so.
man.
And I kept telling, I was like, dog, trust me, it's gonna work out, man. And that first trailer dropped, and the who are you? And he beats the thug up. He's like, I'm a
Yeah,
Kenshi. It's like, my nigga,
yeah,
that's what more do you want? And he's gonna kill it. Now that being, I agree with you. He was channeling his inner emo, and I wasn't rocking with that. Now I don't know if you've seen Tenet because he's also in that.
no, I haven't seen that yet. No.
That's your assignment this week.
Okay.
He he's in that, and apart from his accent that he plays in the movie, he that could have been Bruce Wayne in that movie.
Oh,
And I
word.
kept thinking
Okay.
about, yeah, I kept thinking about that the whole movie. I'm like, he can play older than he is appearing to be in this, but like I know this is
Mm,
early Batman, but like he seems like way too, and the hair was the thing that was doing it for me. That was really throwing it off. Just it's like it's the wrong
yeah, like the
hairstyle.
bangs and like,
No, No,
You know?
Batman can have things, bro. I I don't have any problem with his acting. I don't have any problem with the costume. I don't have any problem with Batmobile. I don't have any problem with the choreography. All I think it's all cool. I like his voice. Is that he doesn't sound like he has throat cancer. I approve of all of it, but nothing's gonna make me rock with them bangs, bro. I
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah, it was a little too much. It was a little too much. But I do like because he wasn't exactly doing the Christian Bale like growling Batman voice thing, you know. But he was kind of like putting his own kind of thing on it. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that noticeable either. Um and man, yeah, he can brood. Like I think in order to like do a good Batman, you got to brood. You got to be brooding. Yeah, he was pretty good, and he was pretty menacing too. Like when he, especially in the subway scene, like early in the movie, like the scene in
Mhm,
the trailer, like him in the like the methodical footsteps coming
mhm.
out the shadows. I like, okay, yeah, you nailing it. Like, yeah, you killing it on that one. Gotham is Gotham like a mug. It is always dark. It is always raining.
Somebody
Like
always getting mugged.
yeah, it is all. Yeah, that is the darkest Gotham since Tim Burton. I want to say it was just perpetual rain, almost perpetual night. you know, and the it wasn't that you don't really travel the streets of Gotham that much in here. It was just like the nightclub
Mhm.
here, the Bat Cave, and I think that was kind of it, right? Like you go to Arkham, and yeah, there was no real the funeral scene, and that was there is no like traveling the streets of Gotham. It was just you just hear boom, 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 boom. So I kind of missed that. I kind of want to be like in. I want to touch down on like the streets of Arkham and see like just be in the city a little bit. I always enjoy that in all like Batman lore, like in any media.
Mhm.
And so that was kind of disappointing. No Batarangs.
No, come on, man. Yo, chill. You had to hurt me like that. You did not have to hurt me like that. Because you know I was asking for one the whole movie. Every time he reached for his anything, I was like, is this the batarang? I'm gonna see the first batarang in this movie. They didn't give me one. They didn't give
No,
me one, bro.
nah. He had only one massive batarang on his chest. He only used it one time, and it was. But okay, maybe this is early Batman, so he doesn't know about the batarangs. I guess it
A
was.
batarang, bro.
Yeah, it didn't feel right. It didn't feel complete. Like, what is a Batman movie with no batarangs? I,
I felt that it feels like a weird thing to complain about or to miss, but I felt its absence. It's so strange, like because I was probably a solid 2 hours into the movie before I even noticed. But
right.
then, like once
Yeah.
I did, I was like, yo, where's that at, bro?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Because until you said something, I was like, oh shit, yeah. What? Where's the damn batarangs? What? Wait a minute. There were really there were no bat toys in this really. Like it was like he had the grappling hook and he had the little knife thing and the big like medallion batarang and that was kind of it, man. This is a bare bones ass Batman.
Got no
Like,
shark spray.
well, and this is one of the things that pulled me out of the movie. It's like with Uthram in the Last Kingdom. Like, come on, man. He's coming out of. There's a scene in the funeral scene, which unfortunately you had to step out. You kind of missed, but he there was the DA that Selena Kyle was talking to in the nightclub. The
Mhm.
Riddler ended up snatching him up, and so he disappears up until like the funeral scene. And so like he steps out of a car with like a bomb strapped around his neck.
Mhm.
And so like and there's like riddles, the total like what the Riddler would normally do is like you have three riddles to solve in order to stop the bomb, you know. And so they're going through the riddles, and on the last one, they're trying to find out who the rat is. Like,
Mhm.
and so he's like he's like face to face with the DA with the bomb strapped on his neck. And
Mhm.
like trying to like give him up, just give him up. He's like, man, I'm dead anyway. I just, if I give him up, I'm dead, my family's dead, or whatever. And like time is winding down. And so I'm like, are y'all gonna solve this thing? Because it's like oh, y'all got like a minute left. Like, give him up. Like 30 seconds left. And he's still like face to face. And time is clicking down. And I'm like, are you gonna stop this damn thing or what? And the damn bomb explodes with Batman holding him
In
basically
his
like this
face.
in his face, bro. And I'm like, oh, they didn't kill Batman. Like, holy shit, they didn't kill Batman. Like, what are we doing here? This nigga gets up after the bomb explodes. It's still pretty. It's like still not a scratch,
Wow.
not soot. And I'm sitting there like, and me and Alex Z, we kind of like just looked at each other like, ain't no way, ain't no way, like, come on, bro. And that kind of it took me out the movie a little bit. I'm just like, oh, we in full on just comic book land with this, I guess. Like he's a normal guy, like.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was one of my main complaints, and it's just like, what are we doing with this Batman? Like,
I listen. I know we had a conversation when we left the movie, um, about some of the improbable stuff that he was surviving, and I defended the movie. See, if I had known about that scene, if I had seen that scene, I probably would have been so quick to offer pushback because I was, I personally, and you remember I said this, and I stand by it. I personally do not feel like Batman is human. I know that he is, but he's not. And they don't. They be trying to convince you he is, but then they be having him do all this reckless shit that like no human being can actually do. So I'm like, yo, this guy's a superhero. Let's accept it.
no, he can't,
But
no. Like, if you, the thing is, like, he has trained his body to a point where he can do like actual normal stuff that may appear superhuman, but you can actually attain it. Like, he done worked out like to the point where his body is just like finely tuned. He done
mhm,
mastered martial arts,
mhm,
like numerous
all of
martial
them,
arts. Right?
all of
Yeah.
them,
Right.
because that's possible. But keep going.
Yeah. I mean, it's feasible, right?
Oh, okay, yeah.
It is feasible that you
49
can.
different degrees,
Yeah. All
right?
by the time he's like, what is he supposed to be, like 30 or something in Batman lore? But you
Sounds
can
about
do
right.
it. Yeah, you can. It's doable. But he's a normal, rich white man. He's a normal human being.
Yeah, my dad's 50 with a genius level IQ, and he's only on his second master's, but go up.
I mean, Batman has like at least what 10 of them. You know,
Yeah, by 30. It,
by the age
it,
of
it
30.
checks out.
But yeah, like no, like his superpower is that he is a rich white male. That's his superpower. That's what enables him to like work out like that and like master all these like martial arts and like
Nah,
study for all these doctorates and
nah.
stuff
Well,
like
yeah, you
that.
wanna know what his real superpower is? His real superpower is the Batman fans, bro. That's the real superpower. Because guys like you sit by and watch him do all of this reckless shit, and you go, "Yeah, sounds about right." Because you cheered when he beat up Superman, as if that's possible.
It's yes, he can. Yes,
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, that makes sense.
yes, he has, man. I don't know
Not
why.
canon.
It is one. I got the comic books that I could go upstairs right now. No, actually, it might be at my parents' house, but I can go and get the comics and
The
show
Dark
you.
Knight Returns don't count.
No, beyond that though, there's
Batman
other
Hush don't count.
beyond that. There's actual. I mean, and plus, how many other examples do you need to see that Batman is that dude? He can take out the entire Justice League by himself.
Justice League War counts, where Superman beat the piss out of him. Like
That
nothing.
happens too. Yeah, yes, that happens too. Yes, because he is at the end of the day, he's just a regular dude. So yeah,
You seen Invincible, right?
huh?
You seen Invincible, right? The show.
Yeah, yeah.
Remember when the Batman character, fought Omni Man?
Got
There you go.
eviscerated. Yeah,
There you go.
but that wasn't Bat. But that wasn't
That whatever.
Batman.
That
That
was
wasn't
Batman.
Batman.
That was Batman. That
No, that wasn't
that was
Batman.
Batman.
No, 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 no. Batman would have had contingencies in place.
Oh my God! Here we go. The mighty prep time. Here we go. All right, whatever. As long as I can study for the test, I'll be good. It's like, all right. So
Yeah.
if I show up to your house and just say, "Run me one right now," what you gonna do then? What you gonna do then, my nigga? Come on.
The Batman has contingencies in place, and he has contingencies for the contingencies.
Oh, okay.
You
Well,
know what I'm saying?
if that,
Yes.
I'm gonna run back in time and kill you as a child. What's your contingency plan for that?
I know he got something. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure he got
word. Oh,
something.
he does.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
pretty sure. Yeah.
there's
I
a
don't know
chip
what it
that I
is.
planted in your brain that activates specifically when you try to attack younger me.
Yeah.
Oh, you do.
Yeah, and it's going to send a secret message to Flash. That's going to that only Flash would know and recognize, and it's going to send the Flash back in time just to stop,
Oh,
infant, Bruce Wayne from getting murdered as a baby. Like, yeah, he got it covered. He already got it covered. I'm telling
okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
you.
Totally.
People, I don't know why people. It's so hard for people to believe, man. But yeah, I got the books. I got
I
the
carry a
books. I can
planet
show you.
on my back, but some dude in a bat costume can take me. Yeah, that's short. I lift 6 quintillion tons with one hand. I beat Goku in a fight, but yeah, Batman can do it.
Getting blown up in the face was like the major thing, and then like at the end, he like swoops in with like all these like dudes in masks and shotguns and shit, and just charges in at him like head on. I know his suit is Kevlar or whatever, but my guy took a shotgun blast like point blank. It's still not a scratch.
Yeah, yeah, I give you that.
Not a scratch. I'm just like, okay, okay, all right. We just way out in comic booky world with this movie. Like Batman's just impervious. See, this movie kind of like goes to your argument of like Batman being more than just a regular dude. Like he could take like C4 blast to the face. He could
Yeah,
take shotgun blast. He can electrocute himself.
yeah, that was
Like fall
wild.
in the water.
That was wild. Yeah,
Like the mayor, the what I thought was funny, the newly elected mayor, like this like multiple snipers out there, and she's like, no, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to talk to the people. They need a leader. Yeah, and then it goes out to the podium and immediately get like, oh, that was so funny. I was like, yeah, oh, thank you.
correct answer.
But then 10 minutes later, 10, 15 minutes later, like she's like shot, like center mass type of shot where like they need to, she should be damn near dying. They need to like rush her to a hospital quick. 15 minutes later, she's out walking in the water, with a bandage on her. And it's just like, what is happening right now? What? Okay, all right, I guess. Up until that point though, it was a good movie. They had like a kind of a retcon where God, what's the gangster's name? Was it
Oh,
Maloney?
or Maroni, Falcone, or
Yeah,
Maroni.
was it Falcone? Yeah, who was like a kind of an infamous gangster in like the Batman lore. Like
Mm-hmm.
he in this movie, he's Selena Kyle's father. So, and I don't think that's canon, but whatever. It's a movie, so okay, whatever. And they have like the whole mystery with that, and I love they touch on like Thomas Wayne too, like it's not the first time in a Batman story where Thomas Wayne was like kind of had some shady dealings in the Gotham underworld. You
Mhm.
know, that was pretty cool.
And played by John Turturro, which I was blown when I found that out. I was like, oh, is that right? Cool. Because I like him as an actor, but most of the stuff I've seen him in are the goofy Transformers movies. So it's like that's you know,
Oh God, really? Oh no, he's yeah, he's played in a bunch of like stuff, and he's good in everything he's in. He kills like every role he plays. Like, yeah, including the Transformers, that dumbass Transformers movie. My God. Well, oh, I think I know why, because I think that's the first time I read that Falcone went to like the Wayne Manor to get operated on by Bruce's dad. So he had to operate like and take a bullet out of him and save his life or something like that. I think that was the first time. And like he, even though he knew it was shady, he still like he wanted like Bruce's dad wanted to be like a decent dude and like operate on him and try to save his life or whatever. Just kind of do the right thing or whatever.
right? Yeah, that's cool. But
Yes.
I mean, it's too bad that he's secretly evil, apparently.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah. So yeah. So what's your score? What you giving it?
He's getting a solid five, bro. Easy.
You giving the
I
five?
love I love this movie from top to bottom, man. I and the thing that like took it over to like five for me, honestly, is when the Riddler enacts his plan. It like it's this uncomfortable truth that in this day and age now, because we have the digital age or whatever, you can amass an army from your basement, bro. Like you can
Yeah.
you spout the right kind of rhetoric, and people will show up in mass.
Yeah.
And I was just like, that is so dangerous. But like, and the fact that because you remember when the Joker movie was coming out, and there was all this fear. Some theaters didn't want to show it,
Yeah.
and I was like, come on,
Yeah.
guys, you can't shy away from. And then it's almost like this movie exists to as like a this is what that fear is based. Everything that they thought the Joker movie was going to be, this is why they're afraid of that because guys like this do exist who will
Yeah.
bring together these extremists who will then go out into the world and enact these atrocities or what. So it's like it's I don't know. I'm not saying that it was made because of that, but it's an odd poetry that now movies in the Batman universe kind of have. Like you can sit down and watch the Joker, and then you can put in the Batman right after, and it's almost like a compliment to that movie.
Yeah. Yeah. And to add like a kind of insane twist to it, like there was it the Dark Knight or Dark Knight Returns came out? There was that guy in Colorado that like
Oh yeah,
trying to be a Joker or something and like shot up the movie theater and whatnot. And so like, yeah, that's not only like the Batman universe being pr- pretty accessible or like more accessible than like an average comic book, and like having their their villains being like iconic and like the villains have fans. You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, it is that kind of like the Joker movie, like this is like a incel clarion call. It's going to inspire all the incels to go out and do some stupid shit or whatever. But yeah, that was it's always terrifying to see like people using the internet and social media to like amass an army of deranged killers, because it sounds like the plot of a bad comic book movie, but it's kind of real life, know. Like no, that actually can and probably is a dare I say a matter of time from happening at this point, you know. So yeah, that was like watching like, oh damn, they're going this route with it. You know what I mean? Like, oh, we sidestepping comic book territory. We going like real life horror right now. Um, so yeah, I'm giving it a five.
10 baby.
Yeah, even with all the goofy shit with like Batman being impervious, man, it was like Robert Pattinson is a really good damn like Batman, and I think like the franchise is in good hands now. I can't wait for the next one. Um, I really wish because in Arkham, when a Riddler was finally in Arkham, there was a moment when they have the Joker like in the cell right next to him, and
Yeah,
there was a moment where I was like, wait a minute, is that Joaquin?
that Joaquin, yeah.
Yeah, like is that Joaquin? Oh my god, holy shit, wait. But no, it wasn't Joaquin Phoenix. Which that was so disappointing.
You know what would be interesting? Um, because in the Joker movie, he met Bruce as a child, right? And it heavily implied that his riot is what led to the Waynes getting shot. It would be cool if in like a future sequel to this movie, if whoever was in that cell, whoever's portraying this particular Joker, if you got like a flashback of him younger watching that riot on the news, and
Mm,
maybe he was inspired by, because at this point,
right.
since that Joker knew Bruce as a child, it wouldn't really make sense for that Joker to fight Batman because of the age difference. You know what I mean? Like he's got to
Yeah.
be pushing what, like 70 by now at that point.
Yeah, because
Um,
that was supposed to be like the early 80s. And that's like in the trailers, I thought that might be a possibility because the trailers make it seem like it might be like late 80s, early 90s time frame. But like no, it's like straight up today time because that they people have smartphones and everything in there. So like, oh well, okay, that's not happening. But yeah, that if for that Joker, that would be like the best way to kind of string those movies along. But I think they're just saying that was a Lucy, that was just a one off.
yeah,
It was just so. But still, a man can dream.
yeah.
you
I
know.
mean, look, crazier things have happened. We are in that world now. I mean, we got the Spider-Man movie, Doctor Strange, and the Multiverse of Madness coming out. We exist in that world where these kinds of things can happen. It's becoming
Mm,
more and more commonplace. So, like, I mean,
mm.
look, a few years ago, if you had told me that Infinity War and Endgame were gonna be like live action, like I would have believed that would have been like a direct to DVD movie, animated movie or something like that. If you
Right.
told me, no, it's gonna be a live action joint, I wouldn't have believed that. But here we are. If you had told me we were gonna see all three Spider-Man on screen, I wouldn't have believed that.
Yeah.
And here we are.
Yeah.